Welcome to Pass the Turn. This is another Magic the Gathering Monday session, and today I'm here back with Josh Dunn. Say hello, Josh.
Hello, and today we are looking at War of the Spork.
War of the Spork. There's going to be a great image dropped in there right now. War of the Spork.
War of the Spark. Here we go. We'll get there.
Yeah.
War of the Spark. Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Brilliant.
Very, very exciting set. There's loads of ridiculous cards in this. So much overpoweredness, but also a lot of theme. And it's a big story event, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, it's about Bolas trying to assemble the Elder Spell, take all of the sparks from the Planeswalkers, and become a god again.
Become omnipotent.
Omnipotent, or however you say it.
Do you reckon if he became omnipotent that he could kill Eldrazi?
I reckon he can kill Eldrazi now.
Wow.
He's very powerful.
I
mean, I don't know, actually. It took the whole Gatewatch just to try and fall. I mean, they got their butts kicked by Kozilek's first time.
Yeah.
And then it took, the whole of them scheming just to, kill them, or we assume kill two of them. But the Eldrazi's didn't even really know their existence. They were just sort of following a trap, basically. I wasn't exactly fighting, but I think if the Eldrazi's were fighting, they would have just wrecked them. But then Nicol Bolas soloed them all in a Monka anyway. So, I mean,
so he's more powerful already then, basically.
Yeah, he's already way more powerful than the other ones. But yeah, how much more powerful we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what you said there originally a while back, is that a lot of Planeswalkers will die in this.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of them are, as you'll come to see, not typical of a Planeswalker is meant to be a ridiculously powerful card, but some of these are, they're taking up the uncommon slot. You're guaranteed to get a Planeswalker in every booster pack. So some of them are very, very weak in comparison to what they should be, which is a hint as to their fate, I think.
I think it's also kind of like part of the set. Like, the reason why they are made to be underpowered is to show how much more powerful these other Planeswalkers are compared to them.
Yeah.
So a lot of them only have down ticks because in the presence of Bolas, they are nothing.
And I guess, the down tick will also fall into the fact that the Immortal Sun, as printed on the card, doesn't allow people to use their abilities. So
Exactly.
Maybe it's in conjunction to that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, what we're going to do today is just literally run through the card list. Now, there's about 235 cards that have been spoiled, so a lot of them are just going to be sort of glossed over, and some of them are obviously going to stick out to us as...
Yeah, I think we should just pick our favourites, go through the list and go have a little talk about it, what we think, see if we think anyone's going to play them, and then, see what's going on.
Yeah, so if you want to follow along, whoever's listening or watching to this, I'm not sure if the stream's going to be recorded with my mouse and scrolling down the screen, but if you want to follow along, we're starting from the very top, just going in date order of what has been spoiled so far. So we're looking on mythicspoiler.com / whatever it is, you'll find it on there, War of the Spark. You just click via date that it was released, and it will show you what's released. So April 16 we're on today, and it starts off with Oath of Chaos, which is Orzhov colour card, legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. And whenever an opponent attacks a Planeswalker you control with 1 or more creatures, Oath of Chaos deals 2 damage to that player and you gain 2 life. So that's quite defensive, isn't it, against...
Yeah, Kay is one of my favourite Planeswalkers, especially the new one. That's something that I really want to build with. And I mean, it's in my commander deck anyway, but it's more something I want to build with in Modern. Fortunately, it's going through the roof price at the moment, so I've only got the 1 copy.
Or the Usurper, that one.
Yeah, that one, yeah. So I guess this is the Gideon, Teferi, and all of that. They have their oaths that they put down.
Yeah.
So I guess this is Kaya's oath that she's decided to put down to join the Gatewatch.
Yeah.
I mean, as a card, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in standard it'll be good, but I don't think it's going to see much play in Commander.
No, definitely not. I mean, we are very much commander players, so you're a bit of modern as well here and there, but I'm mainly commander, and all of our content so far is commander. So I think
Yeah.
that's our preferred format. So that's going to be where we're leaning towards, where these cards will see play, I expect, or where you will see them being played at least. This next one's an interesting one. It's interesting because
Bioessence Hydra.
Bioessence
That
Hydra,
one.
yeah, green and
This
blue,
card is actually really cool. I think actually I'll probably use this in Commander.
yeah,
I think this is going to get a spot. I mean, it's just if you look at it, it says it enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counters on it for each loyalty counter on planeswalkers you control.
yeah,
So most planeswalkers would be on at least 3 or 4. So
yeah.
if you've got 1 or 2 of them out, this comes in as a 12/12 for 5 mana. That's disgusting.
That is pretty good. Synergizers with your deck or Super Friends decks, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, the argument will be as well, if you've got a couple of planeswalkers out, you should be winning the game. Well, actually, most of the time, planeswalker decks, you're getting a lot of pressure from other people, and most of your game is preventing yourself from being killed whilst getting a little bit of value here and there,
Yeah,
until you can do the final kill spell on someone. Now, this Bioessence Hydra adds a big creature there that people will be like, well, they could swing into it if they want to. Obviously they can just destroy it, but it is there as a threat, and eventually when it starts attacking back, it could just one shot someone at some point. I mean, you bring in someone like Ugin, who comes in with I think I can't remember much Ugin, the Ugin that I like, not the new one.
yeah.
Uh, Comes in with 7 loyalty counters. So you play Ugin, and Bioessence Hydra gets +7 counters on it.
Oh yeah, because it's not they are entering the battlefield with loyalty counters already on them, aren't they? So I guess they'd
Yeah.
have them there already. Yeah, so it is quite powerful. Well, very powerful in your deck, I expect, and it's a Hydra as well, which you love, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's basically everything I could ever want, really.
Yeah, lovely. And it was it when and whenever you put loyalty counters, that many counters on this one as well, which is ridiculous. And with all the
Yeah,
proliferate
it's
stuff
crazy.
going on, mental source that one
It is crazy.
could be good.
So I think with this, we should just go through the list and sort of point out ones that we think are cool
Yeah,
or we think that we might play with. And I think that's a good place to start. So those two were pretty good. This Casualties of War looks quite good for a Golgari deck. The fact that you can destroy up to 5 things is quite cool. It's quite a heavy mana cost. I think for 6 mana you want more than that.
yeah. You
Really,
probably just want a board wipe for that, I expect. I mean, it's quite cool
exactly.
in the sense that it can destroy land or enchantment as well. So it's more of a controlled sort of. Oh, it's not even a board wipe, is it? Because it has to destroy one of each type. So again, it's quite quite difficult to use, but it also can be very utilitarian when you want it to be, I guess. But
Yeah,
I don't think
I
that would
mean,
find a spot.
if you could choose as many um for example, if it said choose 5, you can have more than one choice
Yeah,
more than once.
like a mode card, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Then you could be like, all right, I'm going to take out 4 creatures and take out a planeswalker.
Yeah,
That's way more powerful, but there's a reason why that hasn't been done.
yeah, that would be good. I would definitely use that in my removal deck if that was the case, but unfortunately not. Storm the Citadel, probably not worth looking at really. End of turn creatures you control get +2/+2 in game whenever this deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, destroy target artifact or enchantments. They basically all become Trigon Predators. End of turn.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but I mean it's not very often that you're going to need that. You
No,
might need it the odd chance in well, I mean it's kind of cool, but I mean you're probably even everything +2/+2. You're basically going in to kill them. If it put trample on top of it, it'd be way better.
no, exactly.
Um, Final Revelation looks really good.
All the
Um,
finale cards look really good.
yeah, yeah, they do actually. That being said, I mean we haven't got pictures of the other ones released, but there was one for black that is definitely going to be an option in my deck. Just reanimate everything from the grave if you've paid 10 mana for it.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah. I'll definitely be using the green one as well, which will pop up in a moment. Blast Zone. You said about this, didn't you? This is good.
Yeah. So it's basically a
Oh,
land that can destroy permanents. It's crazy.
that is ridiculous. And if you got like this, could be quite good in Varel because you can double the amount of counters on it. Just like,
Exactly,
oh wow,
exactly.
yeah,
The only thing is that it's equal to the number of counters on it. So you with Varel, you'd have to be really careful because you're doubling. So
yeah,
you're basically making it even every time. So Um, got to be careful with how you play with it, but I mean, it's a land that can do so much. You basically get it up to, let's say you get it up to like um, 2 or 3, then it's basically perfectly ready to just annihilate most of what comes out in Commander. Really, 2 to 3, 4 drops sort of stuff in
It's
the early game.
it's definitely a commander land, 100%.
Yeah, I'd imagine you're going to be using that.
Yeah. I got Varel probably be using that at some point, I expect. But what we got here then, April 15. There's a couple ones that were released here. There's obviously one that stands out there in the second row. Nothing
Yeah,
really.
I don't know how to say that name, to be honest. The Sun's Heart, Hualti,
Huatley, yeah, she was from Ixalan.
Watley.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite
Uh,
cool.
equal to its toughness rather than its power. Yeah, I guess that could be good. But green
I mean, it's
white,
good in my defender deck.
yeah, yeah, that could be good actually.
Um, that's pretty cool. Moving on to Sarkhan, the new Sarkhan.
Yeah,
He's turns all your planeswalkers into 4/4 dragons, which is pretty crazy. And whenever a creature attacks your planeswalker control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, and you can just create dragons straight away. You play him, you can create a 4/4 dragon. It's quite strong.
Yeah, he's all about dragons, only bless him, Sarkhan.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably play that in my dragon deck. That won't go in my planeswalker deck.
No,
Another cool one is God Eternal. Oh, I never get this name right.
okay,
Ketra.
yeah, all the God Eternals look sick. Probably
So
see
this
those.
one, whenever you cast a creature spell, you create a 4/4 black zombie. It's pretty mad actually,
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous.
because you're creating a cop. Well, we're not. You could just play an Arbor Elf, and then you've got a 4/4 zombie
Yeah, with vigilance as well.
with vigilance. Mental. That's
Yeah,
a mental card. It's really that's going to find some serious abuse to it.
yeah. I mean, all the Liliana zombie tribal stuff has gone up in price recently because of all these zombie stuff that's coming out in this set.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I'm pretty annoyed I parted with some of my Liliana Untouched by Death from M19. Oh well. Nicol Bolas, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
Ridic-
this guy's going straight in my deck. There's not even much to talk about there, really. It's just ridiculous.
yeah, ridiculous.
Um,
Every
I
other
mean,
planeswalker he can imitate, which is
yeah,
just stupid. Um,
I mean, this guy is actually going to do something really cool in my deck, and he's going to have a synergy with Jace the Castaway, because when you -4 Jace, you make a copy. That's a copy of Jace the Castaway, right? But because it's name specific, that means that when Nicol Bolas activates it, it will make a copy of Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God, except it's not legendary. So you create 2 Nicol Bolases.
oh wow,
I know. It's
wow,
absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Which
Two
means that you
boluses.
have essentially, you basically, as soon as you played him, you have infinite destroy target creature or planeswalker,
Yeah,
because you just -4 him, make 2 more copies, one of them -3s to kill something, then you -4 the other one. You just keep going.
oh, that's just horrible.
It's crazy powerful.
God. On the same row as well is the card that I thought was ridiculous that I mentioned to you about Elder Spell, which is
Oh yeah,
his. That's what he's trying to do, isn't it? Elder Spell,
yeah.
I think.
The Elder Spell. I didn't think it was going to be something like this, but 2 mana, destroy any number of target planeswalkers. That's madness.
That is ridiculous. It's even better if obviously if you can take like you just said earlier, destroy all your own play. Or no, if anyone else has got planeswalkers, including you, you can destroy all of your own ones and smack them on Bolas, and everyone loses the game. See you later.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You just, you pretty much just, yeah, you just annihilate anyone that's got a planeswalker, including your own ones, and then you just -8 each player who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
and there you go.
So there you
That's
go. There's your little combo there. You play your Nicol Bolas whilst Jace is on there. You keep minusing him and drawing cards until you get to the Elder Spell. Then you blow up all the unnecessary Nicol Bolases to give the last Nicol Bolas -8. All the creatures have gone, and then you just absolutely kill everyone.
yeah. You don't even kill
Oh, that's
them.
insane.
You just end their games. That's it.
Yeah,
See you
just
later.
end them. Madness.
Next row, nothing really standing out. I mean, commence the end game. I swear they're trying to tie this in with Avengers Endgame, all this Endgame stuff and Elder spells and stuff. I reckon they're all
Oh
trying to
yeah,
tie it
definitely.
into Endgame. Can't be counted. Draw 2 cards and amass X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So you draw some cards and then amass a massive army. So that's quite cool.
Yeah. Well, I like this amass. I'm glad it's what it is rather than creating that many tokens because that would be actually ridiculous. What you're doing is creating. You're just basically like a, almost Dark Souls-ish, like that zombie god at the bottom where he's just adding more dead bodies to himself to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. It's
Very
good. It's
cool.
just nice new mechanic as well. I like seeing new mechanics come up.
Oh, 100%.
That's quite good. Spark Harvest, 1 black. Additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's quite
Yeah,
good.
that's really cool. In a sacrifice deck, 1 mana to destroy whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Ashiok Dream Render, spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search the library. Oh dear, that's horrible. Against like tutors and that, Bells and Lock going down the drain with that out there.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I mean that's nasty.
We got down here Ward of the Spark Planeswalker decks.
Oh,
Those are the stuff that come in the Planeswalker decks that you don't get.
yeah. Normally these planeswalkers are not very good.
Nah.
And it's no exception here. I mean, it's just rubbish.
Draw a card, creatures you control can't be blocked. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why they're not in the set. April 14, something in Conduro. What's that? Spanish? Plana Celebration. Choose 4. You can choose the same mode more than once. Here we go. Mode card. Create a 2/2 citizen that has all colours. Put a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Proliferate. Nice. Gain 4 life.
Wow, so you can proliferate 4 times.
Yeah, that's very good.
That is actually quite good. I didn't read that properly the first time I read it. I mean, 7 mana, but still.
That is pretty nice
I
though.
mean, that puts Bolas straight to his main.
Yeah, and it's yeah, you could gain life off it. You could proliferate, return target cards from your graveyard to permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's quite nice actually. Didn't see that before today. Below that is a underpowered Ugin.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about this. I mean, 6 mana. I mean, it's going to be brilliant for my Eldrazi deck. That
Oh
without
yeah,
a doubt, it'll be
100%.
brilliant in that.
Yeah.
But I just think he could have been so much better.
If you compare him to against Bolas, he's just he's nothing, is he
He's
really?
nothing, and he should be ridiculously powerful if he's going against Bolas.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what part he plays in the story, if any.
Yeah, I mean,
Ugin.
he does destroy anything that's like coloured, which is crazy.
Yeah.
As a -3, but yeah, I mean, 6 mana to destroy something is a lot of mana.
And what's his? Oh yeah, his colourless spells. That's his enchantment, basically ability,
Yeah,
isn't it? Which is
yeah,
quite good. I mean, it ramps your deck pretty much, but yeah, it could have been better.
yeah,
April 12, different bond cards.
yeah.
I guess they're just standard, aren't they? Red, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
there's
just your
just
typical
normal
abilities
stuff.
for your colours. Yeah.
One of them gives him haste. Um, but nah, everything else apart from that. Mizzet Reborn, very cool card. This card's probably going to be the commander of my deck now, rather than an Nagila, if I get one.
Oh yeah, he looks nice, doesn't he?
He does look sick.
6/6 flying, enters the battlefield, real top cards library. For each colour pair, choose a card. That's exactly those colours. Oh, okay, yeah. Bit of filtering. Lovely.
Very cool.
Here's another Firemind Vessel. 2 mana of different colours, 4. Enters taps. No, no thanks.
I mean, it's a mana rock,
Mana
but there are
Rock.
better mana rocks out there.
Yeah.
Oh, here
Finale
comes.
of Promise.
Yeah,
Uh,
very worded one.
yeah,
I mean,
they
it's
they
just
they
instant
all
sorcery.
they all active. There's like a horrible ability if you use 10 mana for
Yeah,
the colourless.
I mean, literally, if you're paying 12 mana, because that's essentially what you have to pay,
Yeah,
you might as well be casting Torment of Hellfire.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll definitely want to have a look at the green one when it pops up, because that's going to be going in my insect deck. So that's literally like a overwhelming stampede plus something else, but I can't remember what
Yeah,
the other
you,
ability
you
was.
grab a creature card.
That's it. Yeah, grab a creature card and then everything gets plus X, which is
Yeah,
ridiculous. In that's just as a
pretty crazy.
beat stick deck. Two more God Eternals, Kefnet and Ronas,
Yeah.
which are quite cool.
I mean, the God Eternal Kefnet is really cool because it makes basically if you reveal a instant or sorcery, you can cast that card as a copy, so you don't cast the original one. That obviously goes to your hand, but the copy you can cast for 2 less, which is pretty cool.
Instant or sorcery. Oh yeah, that is nice.
And also, it's making an sorcery instant speed. The Ronas is a little bit underpowered.
Double the power of each creature you control until end of turn. They gain
What you want it
vigilance.
to do is that those creatures gain trample, not vigilance. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just allows you to full on smash in someone, with still retaining those blockers, I guess. But yeah, bit meh. Tameo is nowhere near as good as Tameo should have been.
no, no, bit of a shame, really.
Bit of a
I mean,
shame.
it's cool with it stops sacrifice, but yeah,
Yeah, no one's going
don't
to be
really.
playing any sacrifice, and if you're drafting it, or there's no sacrifice in this at all,
No,
so that's pretty much useless.
it's good for it's good for commander. That's about it. But I mean, you're basically just stopping people from making building your deck to stop other people's decks. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
or
good if you were playing like hexproof indestructibles, trying to make sure that you can't die in any way, sort of thing.
I guess that could be good in those sort of decks. Yeah, just make sure you don't get hozzed out.
Yeah,
Well, God Eternal Bontu, obviously.
that's good for sacrifice deck in commander.
Yeah, nice, and he's Menace as well. Enter the God Eternals. Full damage target creature and gain life equal to that damage.
Basically, deal 4 damage to a creature, gain 4 life, and target player puts the top 4 cards of their library in the graveyard, and then you make a 4/4 zombie for 5 mana. Quite cool.
Interesting.
Nothing spectacular.
No. Spark Double, you wanted this one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. It basically makes a copy of another planeswalker that I control or creature, except it's not legendary. So that's really cool.
And enters with a +1/+1, well, loyalty counter or +1/+1 creature. That's nice.
Yeah.
Eggy vehicle, no one's going to be using. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's cost too much money. If it was 1 blue mana, that'd be quite good.
Yeah. Gideon, he's good.
Non-token creatures, but also.
Oh no, that's not the right one. I think it's a different Gideon. There's another
Yeah,
Gideon.
no, that's the one from the Planeswalker deck, so he's underpowered.
Yeah, that's.
So we're going on to April the 10th. Now, this is probably the best card in the set, which is Ilhag the Raise Boar.
Oh wow,
This
I haven't
card
seen this guy.
This guy's actually ridiculous. This is a turn 1 killer modern.
Really?
So the way you win basically straight away is, right, I'll read it out to you. Trample whenever Ilhag the Raise Boar attacks. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Return that creature to your hand at the beginning of your next end step. When he dies, put him or goes into exile from the battlefield. You may put him onto the library third from the top. So this is what you do. You have your hand is a blood crypt, 2 Simian spear guides, or whatever they're called, a Goyrose Vengeance, this guy, a Faithless Looting, and either Emrakul or Grizzlebrand. It doesn't really matter. So your turn is play the Blood Crypt untapped, so you take 2 damage. You exile one of your Simian Spear Guides to make a red mana. You Faithless Looting, discarding the Eelhag, and doesn't matter what else you discard, whatever you draw from. You then use the other Simian Spear Guide to make the red. You use the black from the Blood Crypt to make black and red, and then you play Goyrose Vengeance, which plays a legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile it at the end step. You attack with your Ilhag, obviously into an empty field, or maybe into an Arbor Elf or something, or birds or a noble. And then because he does like that, you cast Emrakul for free, and Emrakul does 15 damage to their face in the air, and Ilhag does 6 damage on the bottom. It's 21 damage. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
or you play Grizzlebrand from it, and then you just pay 7 life until you get to your Fury of the Horde, which you can exile 2 red cards from your hand and get another attack step, which means that Ilha can also fly out on Eldrazi's and stuff like that as well. It's just crazy.
Wow, that is a sick commander as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. It's one of the cards I want to have. And 5 mana is actually stupid. He doesn't go away because Goyro's Vengeance exiles it at the end of the end of the turn, but it won't because it'll just go 3 from the on the top. Just insane.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is really good. Absolute
Utterly.
ball god.
Yeah,
Never seen that
unbelievable.
before.
Actually insane. So that's a turn 1 kill in modern. A turn 1 killing commander.
Ridiculous.
Just insane.
Nice. Hopefully we get one of those then.
Hopefully. We'll see what we get in our pack. Stay tuned to the channel because you might see us do a box opening. Well, you will see it.
Yeah, you will see it.
Yeah, we'll try and get some footage from our pre-release as well.
So we've got Living Twister. I want to put this in my Windgrace deck when I make it. Discard a land or return a land you control to its owner's hand. That's ridiculous in a Living Twist in a Windgrace deck. This is quite cool. Whenever you tap a forest, add an additional forest. So in my insect deck, that would be ridiculous. It's mono green.
Oh yeah. What, the Nissa? Oh yeah, unbelievable. This card. It's actually crazy powerful.
Oh, lands you control have, yeah, that could go in the Windgrace as well. It's very land based.
And it's rare as well. It's not mythic like it normally would be, which means that we've got a greater chance of getting one of these.
Yeah, nice. Next row down, nothing really. Yeah, Nissa's Triumph. Everyone has a Triumph in this apparently. A couple of commons. Thundering Keratok. That's what I look like right now. If you can see me. Domri Raid. Anarch of Bolas. Is he on Bolas's team then? Is he this guy?
No, I don't think so. Might be.
Or
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
He might be playing whoever's the strongest one.
Yes, but he's creatures you control get a little bit of extra power. He can mana ramp you for a planeswalker. That's interesting. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control for -2.
Oh, cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, for 3 mana, he's pretty strong. LC's playing standard. Probably not much in anything else.
No. This is a card I want to have. Awakening of V2 Ghazi. This will go.
Yeah.
This will go in my Windgrace deck. Put 9 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a legendary 9/9 elemental creature with haste for green. 5 mana for a 9/9 haste in green. That's ridiculous. And it's a land.
It's actually insane. It's actually insane.
Oh god. Yeah.
It's just like out of nowhere, someone's taking 9 damage to the face.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to prepare for that. They'll be like, oh, all he's got is an empty field of bloody forest. I'll attack him, go all out, and then boom, 9 damage to their face.
Yeah, and it stays out as well. It's a 9/9 land that's literally a creature. I just love that.
It's crazy.
Appeals to me. Challenger's Triumph on to April 9th. Challenger's Triumph, yeah, standard procedure.
If you see that in there, she's actually killing one of the other planeswalkers. It looks like Dovin.
Dovin, yeah, the police guy, basically.
Yeah, he's basically dead there. And then you've got the Khan, the Creator. This is another card that has ridiculous interaction with a couple of cards I have. So this card is actually insane. There's another modern deck that I was looking at creating with this guy, which essentially means that you play Khan, you minus him to get Mycosynth Lattice, which makes everything artifacts.
Yeah.
So then your opponent can't activate their lands.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw this, actually. Yeah, Mycosynth Lattice is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just everything's becoming artifacts. You can just start taking them and stuff with, like, other cards like Memnarch and stuff like that. You can just steal people's stuff. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I remember getting, I can't remember which booster box it was now. I'm going to say Battle Bond, but I don't think it was.
Yeah.
It might have been the Legendary set, whatever that was. But essentially, I got 2 Mycosynth Lattices in that. Two mythics that were the same, yeah. So I'm loving life right now. So hopefully the Khan deck will go. It's rare, so hopefully it will be more likely to get. But maybe I was thinking about maybe running him in my commander deck, but I don't particularly want to be hated by everyone. I mean, it literally. I mean, if you've got 10 mana, you just stop everyone else,
Yeah, that's
and then you can just bomb someone's land, just plus oneing him.
that's funny though. You just have to make sure
Actually,
you threat assess that shit straight away.
yeah, exactly. You got to basically clear the battlefield and be like, right, drop it, let's go.
Yeah. Who else we got? Jaya. I don't even know who that is. Never heard of him before.
I think she's like the teacher of Chandra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a minus to her.
Yeah, so she's definitely gonna die.
Yeah, she's going to die. Sahili looks like she's going to die as well.
Yeah, but this Sahili is very good. She's really, really good. This is definitely going in my prowess deck. Just create loads of servos by casting my instants and sorceries.
Have you cast a non-creature, created 1/1 servo? Uh, you can copy artifacts as well. That's quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd ever use the down two, but it's very cool.
3 mana, yeah, it's pretty decent. Sahili Silverwing, nice little Drake, which is obviously to do with her. Dovin, the guy that's getting strangled by Chandra up there, by the looks of it. He's in exactly the same pose as well. If you look at the
Yeah,
cards,
he's definitely gonna die.
yeah, he's going to die. But yeah, just your general sort of Azurius police. Oh yeah, you can't play any of your spells, or you can. They're just going to cost you more. Azurius,
Pretty much.
love it.
Now we've got a Chandra.
Little Chandra, yeah, looks like Super Saiyan God.
Does actually.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel was more realistic. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they got the influence from.
Yeah.
But so she's quite cool because whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from her, she deals that much damage to an opponent or a planeswalker. So when you -7 her, you do 7 damage as well as exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may play them this turn, but that means you still got to pay their mana cost.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I would have preferred to say exile the top 4. You get to cast them for free. That would have been quite cool.
Yeah, definitely. April
Right.
8.
Oh,
Rao.
there's a very cool card here that I like. Oh yeah, we'll go for Rao first.
So he's the one who's activating the Interstellar Bacon, isn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast an instant or cast a copy.
Yeah.
Or instant or
Yeah, go on.
sorcery.
Yeah. That is what he opens, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it is Rao.
Yeah.
Yeah. What an idiot. So you can scry with him, yeah, and then you can, when you cast your instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. Yeah, it's alright. He's alright. Standard red and blue sort of stuff. What was the card you was looking at on here?
The Parhelion 2.
Oh, vehicle.
This is awesome.
Whenever it attacks, create 2 white angels. And they can crew it as well, can't they? Yeah. That's pretty sick.
So basically, when it attacks, create 2 white angels with flying and vigilance that are attacking. So when it attacks, it makes
More
13
attackers.
power. 13 power worth of attacking.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
It's insane. I mean, obviously it's expensive to play, but it is awesome.
Do you still have your angel deck, or is it sort of disassembled at the moment?
Oh, no, I still have my angel deck, so that'll definitely be going in there.
Yeah, I was going to say. Another.
We've got Kasmina, the enigmatic mentor.
Yeah, another one I've never seen before.
No, she's a new one.
Uh,
So spells your opponents cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast. So basically adding 2 mana to whatever anyone wants to cast at your planeswalkers or creatures. Quite cool.
Nice, yeah, a bit of protection in blue. And she can create a wizard and draw a card, then discard a card. So again, a little bit of card draw if you need it.
Get card draw, a bit of self protection.
Yep. Turning people into frogs, which is always nice.
Yeah, I've been meaning to send this picture to you.
Oh yeah, love it. Oh, that's a Eternal as well, isn't it? That's one of these zombies turned to a frog.
It is indeed.
In that artwork, yeah, love it.
By what looks like Kasmina. It is Kasmina.
Yeah, definitely. Absolute Kasmina, enigmatic frog maker. Saw Command Zone talking about this guy, Feather the Redeemed, legendary angel.
Yeah, very cool card. I mean, we don't really need to say much more. It was on the Command Zone. It's very cool. It's basically you could play a lot of cantrips to, just like for example, target creature gets trampled, draw a card, and you basically draw in a card, and you're not losing your card because you get it back at the end step.
Yeah.
So quite cool.
Quite cool, and it's very cheap commander as well, which I like cheap commanders.
Yeah.
Even if their decks that go alongside them are absolutely rubbish, like
Yeah.
Timuret.
Yeah, like your Timurette deck is pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. But tiny leaders is what they call it, don't they? Tiny leaders, or
Yeah.
something like that. Be interesting to do at some point. Solar Blaze. Each creature deals damage to itself equal to its power, which is horrendous against my insects because they would all die.
But your spiders would survive.
So my spiders would survive. Yeah, but that's a nice card. I used to own some really really old cards, white cards that like Mirror Strike, which is an instant. You play it when someone attacks you, and the attacking creature deals damage to itself instead. Which reminds me
That's
of that.
cool.
So that's
Really
quite cool. A couple of other red, green, black commons. Another legendary creature here, Rollesk Apex Hybrid Simic. Interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be going in your deck.
Yeah, I reckon so. 4/5 Flying Trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put 2 +1 counters on another type creature, and when he dies, proliferate twice, which is lovely.
Very good.
Very, very nice. So I'll definitely be wanting that. And he's mythic as well, so it's a shame he takes up a mythic slot, but that's one for me, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I'd rather. You just don't want to pick that up as a mythic, really. But
No.
I mean, if we do get one, you can have it anyway, so it works for you.
Yeah, I just don't know how to. Yeah, he's no commander, is he? He's really a one use.
No, exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, there are better options. I mean, if you just look in the uncommons down at April 5th, you've got Evolution Sage. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, proliferate. That's way better.
Yeah,
3 mana.
that's
It's
ridiculous.
3/2 as well, so it's got a meaty body.
Oh yeah, of course it has. Yeah, wow, that's pretty good.
Another one, Courage in Crisis for you. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then proliferate.
Yeah. Here's
Very
one.
good.
Here's one that you used, Neoform. I swear you used Neoform at some
Yeah,
point.
I tested it out. Very cool card. I mean, this. I'm making 2 versions of my deck now, so I'm pulling them apart. So there's going to be a Planeswalker one and a creature grab sort of into the battlefield, crazy stuff sort of
Ah,
deck. So
nice.
that's where Neoform will go into.
And like birthing
So my
pods and
deck's
shit.
Yeah, exactly. So all the birthing pods, all of the Court of Callings have been ripped out of the Planeswalker deck and they're going elsewhere.
Genesis Wave.
Yep, Genesis Wave is going in my Planeswalker deck actually.
Oh, okay, nice.
Well, just think about it. I could pay like 7 mana and then suddenly I've got a bunch of Planeswalkers out.
Oh yeah, all sorts ridiculous madness coming out from there. Massacre Girl was quite good. 4/4 menace. When she enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature gets -1/-1. So this could easily turn into a huge board wipe that gets round indestructible creatures as well.
That is actually insane.
So
That
it's,
is so crazy. I mean, you stick this with like it's basically a homage to Massacre Worm, but
yeah.
imagine that. That's crazy.
That's what I mean. It just keeps going and going and going. So if you kill loads of 1/1s and everything gets 2/2, then everything gets 3/3, and then you can just stack up and stack up and stack up, but it can get round of all those indestructibles and hexproofs and all that. So really, really cool. Like Massacre Girl.
Yeah,
But obviously
definitely.
you have to make sure you got weaklings out for her to maximise that stacking of death, basically.
Oh yeah.
Tomic. Lands on the battle, 2/3 flying, lands on the battlefield, and land cards in graveyards can't be the target spells or abilities your opponents control. That's just making sure people can't do stuff, shenanigans with lands in graveyards and that, I guess, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's cards that allow you to do it, and there's cards that don't allow you to do it. There's another cool land here, Mobilized District. It
Yep.
becomes a 3/3 citizen with vigilance until the end of the turn. It's still a land. Ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature or planeswalker you control. So basically, you have an extra 3/3 for basically nothing if you play planeswalkers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It could actually activate for free, attack in, and they can activate on everyone's turn really, because it's got vigilance.
Also true. That's nice. Nice little utility land.
Another cool card here is Pollenbright Druid. When it enters the battlefield, this is a common. It costs 2 mana. You can either proliferate or put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. And
Ah,
then next to it, Bloom Hulk for 4 when it enters the battlefield, proliferate. It's a 4/4.
oh, there's all sorts in there, isn't there, for proliferates, which is great. Um, oh yeah, and here at the bottom as well, Merfolk Skydiver, which has a proliferate on a stick for as many times as you
Oh
want.
yeah, that's very good. That's exactly like the other one you've got with proliferate on a stick. The other creature, the bird, blue creature,
Viral Drake.
Viral Drake. That's the one. The infect one.
Yeah, that's nice for both of us, I think. Merfolk Skydiver, green blue.
Mm.
What else we got here? April the 4th, now we're on to. So going back in time. We're actually to Fairy right now, going back in time.
Yeah.
Time spiral. So loads of couple of uncommons here. Nice little ward scaled crocodile, which is like sort of like your scaled behemoth from the Monket.
Oh yeah.
Hexproof crocodile.
Might even be. It might even be something to do with that.
Yeah, it might be. A couple of Helions devouring stuff. Haven't seen that in a while. Doesn't
I
have
like
the.
this little Bane Hound, which is cool. Lifelink and haste for 1
Yeah,
mana.
yeah, I like that. Banehound.
Very cool.
Some weird things, literally. Spellgorger, Spell Shaper, weird. And then some sort of werewolf lady. Tol Samir, friend to the wolves. What's she doing there? Elf scout with loads of wolves. Interesting.
Random, right? It's just a random set. I mean, like if you look next to her, it's basically a common, and there's just a giant in the set. Giant soldier, a woman.
Yeah, where?
Gideon Jura actually says, "Where did she come from? More importantly, are there more like her?"
Wow, pure random set. I definitely want this card. Death Sprout. Destroy target creature, search your library for a basic land, put it onto battlefield.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool card. I
Removal
mean,
and ramp.
it's yeah, that's right up your alley.
Right up my alley in the Sisters of Stone Death deck. It's now not going to be Dharma anymore, I don't think. I think it's just going to be,
No, Sisters of Stone Death sounds cool.
yeah, just to try and make that mana easier because I always struggle with the island. And I can just make Dharma into something else potentially in the future. Leyline Prowler is quite nice. Death Touch Lifelink, add 1 mana of any colour. So basically a flawed Vampire Nighthawk with mana ramp.
Yeah,
So that's really nice. I like that also.
same power, same toughness,
Is that,
easier casting cost in some ways.
yeah. So again, might be one for the Golgari deck. What I'm doing, will literally removal central. Nahiri, haven't seen her before.
So she is one of the old. Oh, no, I can't remember what she is now. No, that might be someone else. Nahiri. I think she's one of the older planeswalkers from memory. But she is to do with like equipment and stuff like that. So she's quite cool. But um,
Oh, she looks like oh, what's that card called that allows you to play artifacts from your hand into play or something? Stoneforge Mystic.
yeah, yeah, very much that this will fit into those sort of decks.
Yeah. Single combat's quite
Doing
good.
Yeah, yeah.
She's in that next door to that single combat. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control, then sacrifices the rest. Ridiculous.
Wow, wow, that's very cool.
Nice little board wipe.
You got Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. This will be going in my planeswalker deck.
Yeah,
All
he's
my
nice.
creatures and planeswalkers have lifelink. And then he can just bring back some creature cards from the graveyard. Return target creature card with a converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a vampire in addition to his other bits. But to be honest, most of the time I'm just going to be upticking him, getting a bit of value, getting a bit of life. And he sort of just enables other things. Like my planeswalker deck is basically not going to have many creatures, so the bottom part is kind of irrelevant. But the creatures that it does have are very powerful, so it's good to be able to get them back. But I'll be basically stealing other people's creatures instead. So the idea will be,
Or return target creature card, yeah. And then also all the planeswalkers that you might have that do damage can also gain you life as well. So that's
exactly
extra stuff on
like
him.
Ugin and stuff like that. Does damage, gains me life. Cool, it's a
Like
cool
that.
card. Whether it'll stay in the deck, I don't know, but it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
It also works with another card I have in mind for the deck, which is that big lava bloke. Oh, let's see if I've got it up.
Big lava bloke.
Bloodfire Colossus. It's a card that I'm thinking about putting in the deck.
Oh,
Costs
right.
8 mana, so it's a lot, but it deals 6 damage to each creature and each player. So if you have Sorin out, you basically has lifelink on all that hits. So he will, if you've got 4 players, he's going to gain you 18 life minimum because you do 6 to yourself and then gain that 6, and then everyone else you do 6 damage to. So that's 18 life gained, and then any other creatures on top of that is potential more life gain.
Yeah, that's pretty mental, isn't it?
Yeah, and also he serves as a board wipe, which is basically why he's going in the deck. He's on the cusp. I mean, if I take Sorin out, and I'll take him out maybe, but he's a board wipe for most of it. I mean, 6 damage kills most things.
Yeah, I'll definitely, yeah. 6 damage is a nice little rounded number.
Yeah.
God Pharaoh statue, spells your opponent's cost 2 more. That's annoying. Being end step, each opponent loses 1 life. For 6 mana, probably won't be used, but cool
This
anyway.
actually gets knocked down in the story, doesn't it? Olaf, but he doesn't care.
I didn't know actually. Gets knocked down by
So
who?
by the Gatewatch, they knock it
I
down.
see.
But thinking that Bolus is going to care, but he says he doesn't.
Is that on
But
Ravnica then, is it, that statue?
yeah, that's in Ravnica. Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Nice. Got another Krenko. Whenever he
Yep.
attacks, put +1/+1 counter on it, then create another 1/1 red goblins equal to his power. So Krenko's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Played
I
with
mean, it's cool.
played with this guy recently who was using Mob Boss, and that was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, Mob Boss is. I've got one as well, and I think it's a cool deck to make. But I don't know. I'm not really into the Tribal Goblin thing. But if you are, this card is definitely for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have loads of different flavours in here, and loads of random stuff. Going down to April the 2nd, Dev Karin Lich. Who's this guy then? 5/4 trample. Whenever he deals,
Looks cool. Looks
yeah, he
really
does.
cool.
Yeah, also he got a worm next to him, literally massive
Oh,
worm.
well, it looks like he's got that putrid leech.
Yeah, we've just got one third of the worm coil engine.
Yeah. It
Uh,
looks awesome though. It
yeah,
does look really cool. So what does he do? Whenever, well, I'm not even going to try that. Devkarin Lich deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker. Return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this turn. Quite cool. 5/4 for 4 mana. That's pretty cool. Back in the day, that would have been ridiculous. These days, it's good, but
yeah. I can't see it being used. It's one of those rares, isn't it? Really?
yeah, I mean, Alex might use it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think. Apart from that, I don't think it fits anything other than Golgari Reanimate.
No, exactly. Put target non-land permanent on top of its own library. That's just annoying more than anything. But
Yeah.
if it was a couple of mana, if it was a couple of mana less, that would be pretty
Oh yeah, if
good.
it was like 3 mana, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
But
blue
unfortunately, those sort
removal.
of abilities don't. You got Dreadhorde Butcher, very cool. Um, whenever Dreadhorde Butcher deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, put a +1 counter on it, so he just gets stronger. And then when he dies, it deals that much damage to any target. Very cool. But not as good as the card next to it, Dreadhorde Arcanist. Now this card is very, very good. This will probably see play in multiple formats, and that's whenever a Dreadhorde Arcanist attacks, you may cast a target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to his power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If it would be done this turn, exile it instead. So what this does basically is, if it had haste, it would be even better. But if you bolt get this stronger, you get to cast stronger spells from it. But
Yeah,
essentially, this would just go into a burn deck. So you just attack with it and you cast your 1 mana lightning bolt to someone's face for free. It's ridiculous.
and you get double use out of all of your burn spells as well by doing that. Just
Exactly.
play it
Very, very
once.
good.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I think it will see play in modern, a couple of copies of it. Very,
Yeah,
very cool.
like the sound of that. Got another Neheb, 5/4 trample for 4 mana. Not bad. Whenever he deals
Zombie Minotaur Warrior. That's a lot of
a lot of
types to have
tribes.
there.
Yeah. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard that any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana. And the red mana doesn't end. Doesn't lose mana and phases end. That's pretty good. You can draw your cards. You can throw away cards that you don't want.
And then you got loads of mana.
Loads of mana to cast the cards that you just drew that you might want. So that's quite interesting for 4 mana.
You just discarding so much. It's crazy.
It's mental. And then
5/4
you
as
could
well.
just use the Dreadhorde Arcanist to cast it if you discarded it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Just chuck everything in the grave and carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mono red standard build's gonna be good. I'll let you do the next one. The name.
Flip, 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 flip. The Lost. Legendary homunculus creature. Wow, this is just random, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Look at him. He doesn't have a clue where he is, does he? He's just like,
exactly. That's the whole point of
where
him. He's
am
just
I?
not even supposed to be there.
Yeah, it'll be funny if he was a planeswalker. He was just like, oh no, it wouldn't make sense if he was a planeswalker because all the planeswalkers are there by their choice, aren't they, to try and stop what's
Oh
going on.
yeah.
Whereas he's just there, in the midst of it, 'cause doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Kind of looks like Abe from Abe's Odyssey or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah. Follow me. Okay. Oh,
Exactly.
oh wow. What's he actually
It's
do?
quite. It's,
When he enters the battlefield,
Enter
draw a card.
battlefield, draw a card. If you entered from your library or was cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. That's
How,
so weird.
how would you cast it from your library, though? I don't understand.
No idea.
There's got to be some other card that goes with that. Cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. Doesn't make any
2
sense.
mana.
I like these next two. April the 1st, Mowu and Jiang Yangu. So they're basically a duo, aren't they? These two. So in
Oh,
Jiang
yeah.
Yangu, that little wolf in his bottom right corner is Mowu when he was younger.
Huh.
Or Jiang Yangu.
Or maybe he turns into that.
Yeah, puts +1/+1 counters on Mowu to make him ridiculous. So this is a nice little card. It's like literally a 3/3 trample vigilance with enchanted with hardened
Wow.
scales.
This Jazangu Wildcrafter is going to be insane in your +1/+1 counter deck.
Yeah,
All your creatures will be able to tap for mana.
yeah, yeah. I mean, in that last game, that was ridiculous how much mana I got from that Everflowing Chalice. But yeah, even still, this would be really, really good. That's what I mean. There's so many different elements to this set that can work in different decks. I know it's very proliferate based, but yeah, there's a lot of cards that we all want on here. Kiara's Dam Breaker. It's a shame that it's not more powerful or doesn't really do anything that can be used in my Leviathan deck because it's a nice looking Leviathan.
Yeah, it does look cool. I mean, it fits your +1/+1 counter deck again, but whether it'll have a space or not, I don't know. It's quite expensive for what it is.
Exactly. There's more. There's much better proliferate outlets in there. Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage. I like how his egg coming out of his hands is obscuring his name.
Yeah, that's cool. They've done that sort of like so you don't really know his name, sort of trying to cover his name.
Yeah, he looks awesome. I really like the look of him. But yeah, he's all about discarding cards, isn't he, that guy?
Yeah.
Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. You may cast
Half
creature
of this they
spells.
have flash. Wow, for 3 mana, that's crazy. All your creatures get flash.
Literally a Yeva.
That is insane, but for 3
That's
on a
ridiculous.
planeswalker, which is traditionally harder to get rid of. Not anymore by the sounds of it.
No.
And if we go down one, Vivian Arkbow, this card is crazy. So you pay X mana and you discard a card. You may look at the top X card of your library. You may put a creature card with a variety of mana cost X or less among them onto the battlefield. So you just pay 5 mana, get something, whatever you want.
Oh,
5
wow.
mana on the top of your library.
That's pretty good.
That'll see play in modern and standard, I imagine. Very cool.
Nice.
Let's see.
Teo. You have hexproof. Create a wall. Okay. He's going to die. Horrible and painful death.
He is. Bolas is going to pierce that hexproof and just absolutely annihilate him.
Yeah. His spark's going to
Angrath,
go.
your creatures have menace. Cool. We get a mass, make a 2/2 basically.
Yeah.
4 mana's quite expensive.
Angrath's Rampage is quite good, although they have free reign as to what they get rid of, but still is quite good for 2 mana.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can make him get rid of a creature or a planeswalker, so that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Samut, Tyrant Smasher.
Yeah.
Your creatures you control have haste. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste. Now, why? Why is the -1 that is literally only good in Commander and team games, giving someone else haste? Because all your creatures have haste anyway.
Yeah, that makes no sense, does it?
It's just stupid. I
Yeah.
like designing there. Here's the Kana, Bane of the Dead, 6 mana. Your opponents and permanents your opponent's control with hexproof can be targets for spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof,
Oh, and there's an
and you can
exile on
exile a
there.
creature yeah, for
God,
3.
that's horrible.
But 6 mana is quite a lot. I mean, 6 mana, 5 mana would be better, but
Yeah,
6 mana is too much.
it's just, yeah.
7 loyalty though, that's crazy.
It means you can I'll exile 2 things, and you have to pump her up again. But it seems like a lot of effort to
She
go into
looks like
that.
she's a Kitty Pride of the Magic
Literally,
universe.
yeah. I like the one underneath her though, the Wanderer. That's awesome.
Yeah, the design on that is awesome.
Yeah.
Prevent non-combat damage that will be dealt to you and other permanents you control.
So burn
Exile
proof,
target. That's insane. Burn proof for 4 mana.
and then you can just literally wipe out any creature, even if it's
That's massive.
even if it's Neldrazi. The Wanderer can take care of it.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Apparently.
It's mad. I like this Kaya's ghost form that's next to Kaya. Enchant creature or planeswalker you control. When it dies, it's or put into exile. Return the card to the battlefield under your control.
For 1 mana.
I know. It's
Wow.
so ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Love that.
There we go. Khan's Bastion. Here we go. This is one that we'll both be running, won't we?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Proliferate on a land. That is stupid.
That is stupid. That is ridiculous.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah, both be seeking that. Obviously, it's a rare, so probably not going to. Well, even if we get one, it will be great. But I reckon we'll probably get one each anyway. If we don't get it, we'll probably get it
Oh
anyway.
yeah, 100%. We definitely will. Yeah. I mean, if we're doing this pre-release, we might even get one in the pre-release individually. Anyway, you never really know.
No, exactly. You just don't know, do you? Hopefully, we'll see.
So we've got Koira, Behemoth, Beckoner. This is cool for your Leviathan deck. Really cool for it.
Yeah. I've got a good chance of getting it as well because it's an uncommon. You get a legendary planeswalker in every single booster.
Yeah.
So this is nice. Obviously, it gives me card draw because everything's going to be entering with power 4 or greater, and I can untap my commander or my mana rocks or whatever I want to untap.
I mean, that's madness. I mean, you turn 3 your Koira, turn 4 your commander. I don't know if he would trigger the draw a card or not, but you can still untap him straight away, create 2 mana
Yeah,
again to carry on.
and that can be done. I can untap something 7 times. You know, I don't even have to go all the way and use her. Just keep her as an enchantment where I can draw cards. But again, that untap is great, especially for 3 mana. It's pretty nice.
Teferi Time Raveler. This card is just unbelievable. Again, another ridiculously powerful Teferi. 3 mana. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast sorcery,
Yeah.
but they can't cast any instance. Oh, and then you can +1 him to play. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, so they can go at instant speed.
This guy is he's ridiculous, isn't he?
It's unbelievable. Or you can return 1 target a creature or enchantment to its owner's hand and then draw a card. Just unnecessarily good.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully we get one of those.
Yeah. Another present for Leo.
Same.
Not.
Yeah, exactly. Another present for Leo. Another
2
thing to take
Teferis.
down.
So going into March now. Wow, we're proper Teferis right now. Gideon Blackblade is the ridiculous version.
Yeah, I'm going to get that up to have a look at read. It's blurry on this. So it's 1 and 2 white. As long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human, indestructible, and it's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Gideon during your turn. Insane. Okay.
Up to 1
Plus
other
1,
target
up
creature.
to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, you go. You go.
Vigilance, lifelink, or indestructible at end of turn. And then -6, exile target non-land permanent. So, Anguished Unmaking on a stick, basically. And then you can just give other things indestructible, lifelink, or whatever you want, basically. It's ridiculous. He's really,
Very
really good.
powerful. I like it. I like Gideon's. I've decided to keep 1 in my deck purely because it'd be silly not to have one. The only person on the Gates watch that I don't have is Chandra in my deck, mostly because most of them suck.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Red's
maybe
never.
one day we'll have a good one.
Yeah. A couple of wolf things here. Arlin.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Werewolves probably not really going to be used that much.
no,
So when
no,
you draw that as your uncommon, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can create some wolf tokens, but for 6 mana,
for 6 mana. No thanks.
no thanks. Wielder of Mysteries,
Very interesting cards. I think Matthew's going to be running this in his self-mill deck.
Laboratory Maniacs, and that.
Exactly. That's he's just another laboratory maniac. Nothing needs to be said more than that really about him.
No,
Bit
that's it.
underwhelming.
Yeah. Paradise Druid, yep, taps at 1 mana. Hexproof as long as it's untapped. Yeah, okay. Obnixilis is a shame because he's rubbish. Whenever an opponent draws a card, he does 1 damage to them, which is not. It's literally like a weakened version of his emblem from the Obnixilis Reignited, which is the one I use in my demon deck.
Yeah.
And then destroy target creature. Its controller draws 2 cards, so you destroy a creature, then that does 2 damage to someone. It's okay. It would be alright if he had a plus something, I guess, but he's uncommon, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to die, obviously.
He's going to die, and so is the one next to him, which is ridiculed for being the worst planeswalker ever created in
I don't understand how they printed him again. Tybalt is in the action.
Yeah, your
Thought he
opponents
was
can't gain
dead.
life. It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
that's very good for burn.
Yeah, 3 mana as well. It's like Everlasting Torment, just
Yeah.
worse. Yeah, it's still not very good at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, creates a devil that protects him and then blows up in their face. But
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to see much play, bless him.
oh, this one here, Time Wipe, so cool. The art is just awesome. Just Teferi in the background, undoing everything in time. Return creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures.
Oh, wow, that's nice. White and
Just
blue as
like,
well.
take mine back, and then you are all dead.
That's mental.
So here's a big card, Bolas Citadel. You're going to be running this in your Bells and Lock deck, aren't you?
Oh, 100%, yeah. So
It's
it
actually
literally
awesome.
reads you get another card in your hand, basically. You may look at the card,
Yeah.
at the top card of your library, you may play it. And you can pay life instead of the mana cost of things that you play. It just has to
actually
match
insane.
the CMC. You probably won't even use the ability at the bottom, but still, that's ridiculous there if you need it.
Yeah.
Sacrifice 10 permanents, each player loses 10 life. Yeah.
Well, even basically, this actually reads: if you've got 10 permanents, this actually reads: pay 6 mana, do 10 damage to someone.
Yeah.
Because it's an artifact, so it has no summon sickness.
That's true,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. So here we go. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. Creature and planeswalker spells you cast have infinity for artifacts, which is ridiculous. You can +2 him to deal X damage to opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and you gain X life. So if you're playing an artifact deck, Commander, this card is for you. Black, blue, and artifact deck. This card's crazy. Only attainable for pre-ordering. So pre-ordering and picking up in a game store as an incentive rather than online. You won't get this if you order online, unfortunately. But yeah, this card's mental.
Definitely worth picking it up for that.
Yeah, for that, I mean, he's going to be an expensive card.
Yeah.
So if you don't pick him up, you basically, I mean, if you've got the choice between paying, £77 versus £85 or 80 whatever pounds it is, but the cheaper one you don't get this, you might as well just get the other one because Tezzeret's going to be about that much money anyway, unless of course you're not interested. But these sort of cards will just gain value. They won't be reprinted for a long time, so they will hold their value for a long time.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah. They're not. These are very much all story cards, aren't they? So they're going to hold their value for ages.
Yeah, exactly.
Vraska's not very good in this particular set, really. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a player, or Planeswalker put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Yeah, not great. And then create a 1/1 Black Assassin creature with Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker.
Yeah, so it's got assassinate a planeswalker basically.
Yeah, It's okay, but not won't be
And
used.
if you look to the bottom right of her card, it looks like two butt cheeks farting.
It literally does. That's literally what the card. Even on the card, it's saying this card is pooey.
This card smells like ass.
Literally. Johnny, creature you control have
I
vigilance. You
love the
gain 3
colours on this
life.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Nice and vibrant art.
Yeah.
Johnny the
Gain 3
Grey-Hearted.
life. The -2 is cool. The
Plus
-2 is
counter.
really cool.
Each creature you control on a loyalty counter each planeswalker. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, here
Liliana.
comes the Lily. Draw a card whenever a creature you control dies. You create a black zombie. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. That's pretty good.
It's like a barter in blood on a stick, basically.
Yeah.
And each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. Wow. I choose land.
Yeah. That's what most people are going to do.
Yeah. Then we got.
But you don't want to be. You don't want to be that. You could be that one guy with an immense field of like planeswalkers or creatures, and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with planeswalkers. And
Yeah.
then next turn, someone destroys all planeswalkers, and you're there like, well, I concede.
Damn it. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to take that risk, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's definitely that is risk for reward.
Yeah. A couple of getting to the bottom now of the list now.
Dreadhorde Invasion is basically,
Blit Blossom.
yes, exactly, just slightly different, and instead of more creatures, you get bigger creature. I actually really like this. I kind of want one of these for my deck as well because the Bitter Blossom that we have, I'm going to be using in my Planeswalker deck just because I don't need to play creatures when the Bitter Blossom makes them, and then stuff like this Dreadhorde Invasion, I don't need to play creatures because it's going to make me one, and then eventually it's going to have lifelink, and I can just swing and get some damage in.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dreadhorde Invasion's good in the sense that you can gain lifelink from it to make up for the fact that you've lost a life, whereas Bitter Blossom gives you a flyer instead.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And one flyer every turn for nothing.
Yeah.
For 1 life. Crazy.
Yeah, like it.
So another one, Flux Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Proliferate could be quite good in your +1/+1 counter deck. But I think most of yours is permanents, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's not much. Well, saying that,
Non-creatures.
yeah, there's a couple in there, but I'm not sure whether that would take a spot or not, to be honest.
Emergent Zone is cool.
Yeah.
You can cast spells this turn as though they had flash for basically paying 1 and sacking it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Cool.
alright, but I'd probably use the Alchemist Refuge if I was going to do that, I'd say. So you
I
can do
mean, that's what I use, Alchemist Refuge, but I probably will use 1 copy of this Emergent Zone only because I don't mind sacking it off because my Sun Titan and other things can get it back anyway.
True. Probably go my Winggrace deck as well when I make it because I can sacrifice it and get it back.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to be putting some serious dollars into that, like Gitrog Monster and all that shit, I reckon. Have you seen
Nice.
have you seen Gitrog Monster?
No, I'm going to look at it. How do you spell it?
Oh my god.
Oh, I've got it. I've looked at it.
Oh, it's literally an engine for that deck.
Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Get Rock from a monster. Unless you sacrifice land, you may play additional land on each of your turns. Whenever one or more lands are put into the graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. Wow. It's a 6/6 as well.
Yeah. And then you can just win Grayson back. And then, yeah, it's just going to be pure lands matter deck. That's what they call it, lands matter.
Oh, have you seen the... I don't know if this is true or not. This card, I don't know if this is real. No, I don't think it is. I thought there was a Monket sort of version of it. But that's cool.
Yeah,
I
Gitrog.
mean, it's not too expensive. It's still quite expensive, but not massively expensive.
No, yeah, and Omnath, Locus of Rage as well is another one that's going to go in there. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, create a 5/5 elemental, and then whenever an elemental dies, it does 3 damage to each creature, target creature or player.
Wow. 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 That's insane. That's
Yeah,
going to be a cool deck, man. I can't wait to see you make that.
yeah. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but yeah, a bit off topic there. Just made me think of that. Sacrificing
No,
lands.
it's cool. This is the whole point of the conversation, is to talk about what it does. Um, I mean, there are so many cards here. Like I'm about to order some cards where it'll be either a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow morning for this Planeswalker deck just to finish it off. But just looking at all these cards, I'm just like, is there much point?
Yeah.
Just working out if I actually have space for all of them when I want some of these new cards, and yeah. So
I
I
mean,
don't
you
know. There's a couple
say
of cards that I definitely will be taking. I will be buying. Um, Basically, the cards that are essential for me will be stuff like Dapner's Canal, which basically reads at the beginning of my upkeep, return a creature card from a graveyard to the battlefield under my control.
wow, it's ridiculous.
And another one will be the black enchantment we talked about a while back, which is
Grave Betrayal.
yeah, Grave Betrayal. So, and there's a few board wipes that I need to get my hands on. Um, so that will be the premises of the deck. Is like I'm just going to keep board wiping the field and then bring back other people's creatures.
Sounds good.
That's
Can
my grand scheme. That's my Bolas scheme for this deck.
nice. Yeah, we haven't had a graveyard recursion for a while, so that'd be interesting to see that
No, I mean I
again.
had sort of a semi-graveyard theme in this deck with the infect and stuff like that, but um, I loved it. Enjoyed playing it, and when it turned on, it was really good. But parts of it were I was just like, I'm not really enjoying playing this as much as I should be. So I just want to make it more reliable. Should put it that way. Because sometimes I'll play the deck and I'll be like, God, this is just drawing rubbish, and that's because most of the deck was conflicting with each other. Although they worked together, but there was key cards that I needed on the field to make them work together. Sort of like if I didn't find the glue in the deck, then it was a sort of was just falling apart.
Yeah, you need to just make that deck that has the engine that you really like
Yeah,
using, basically.
exactly.
And that's why I love the decks that I've used, that I've built recently, because they're just an engine, some of them.
Yeah, exactly. So really consistent. You can enjoy the game and you play your cool cards. Like this Planeswalker deck I'm playing, they've still got cards in there that I just like. So you've still got Bruna, like the Fading Light, and
Yeah,
Gisela, and then Shouldered, and then one on the list that I want to get is the other new Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, the one from M19 that
flip card.
transforms.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just so cool. But that'll be proxied until it comes down in price because it's at like I don't know, it's probably like 10, 14 pounds at the moment, but it's not worth that amount of money. It's not. As soon as it rotates out standard, it'll be worth pennies.
yeah,
It's destined to be a 3, 4 pound card, um, because it won't see any other play outside of standard. So that's my plan with that. Is just wait for it to come down in price.
yeah. It's just so much, there, isn't there?
So another card in this set, which is perfect for me particularly, is Interplanar Beacon. And I'm so glad this is an uncommon, so I'm guaranteed to get one. Whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, gain 1 life.
Yeah,
It taps for colorless or one, and you pay 1 mana of any color, and then you tap it to make 2 color, 2 mana of different colors. Spend this mana only to cast Planeswalker spells.
yeah, which is great because obviously you're 5 color, aren't you? So, and
Yeah,
you want to summon those planeswalkers with the interplanar beacon, not to fall into Bolas's trap, but to help him win new games instead.
yeah, exactly. Brilliant.
That
I'm
Ravnica
really
at War is pretty good as well. Exile all not multicolored permanents. See you later.
yeah, that's quite cool. It's just bye bye.
4 mana. Yeah,
This is the thing. I mean, with the deck ideas that we have coming now, it's just like there's so many different style decks coming to the table now that we're getting into it, and I don't know if anyone uh, is interested in joining our play group. We've got quite a few of us already, but we're always open to more people. A couple of our friends have recently got back into Magic. Troy is one of them. He's going to be building a black white spirits deck from one of the old 2015 commander decks. So he's going to start there and build from there. And he's going to have some sort of reanimating white Orzhov horrible thing. So
nice.
that'd be quite good. And then another person, I don't know if he's appeared on the channel, I don't think so, is Zach, and he's interested in Magic. Hasn't played yet, so he'll be on the channel at some point as a new person to try the game. We'll see what he thinks of it. So you might see his first impressions of Magic yourself.
And he's going to
Plenty
try
of people.
one of your decks or something, is he? Or one of mine or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think either one of us, we've got so many decks between us. It's like he can just choose the color and go with it, really, can't he?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that insect deck really got Troy back into it. He's really well up for it. He was like, right,
I mean,
point
yeah,
me
I
in the
mean,
right direction. Tell me what to do. And I was like, right, what you want to go and do is we play Commander. Go and pick yourself like a pre-con Commander deck. You don't need anything more than that at the moment. Get that. Get yourself familiar with the deck. Buy yourself the sleeves, and then when this War of the Spark comes out, join us for the pre-release, and we'll all go down there, play the game, probably lose really badly, but get a bunch of cool cards, and then start building the decks up again from there.
yeah, it's amazing what Commander has done, I think,
Oh yeah, it
to
makes the game so much better.
revamp the interest in certain people, um,
Yourself included.
myself included. Yeah.
I
So
mean, for you, it's really revamped.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't believe that back in the day I was saying, oh yeah, 60 cards, yeah, but then if it's down to Matt really saying you should do this,
Yeah,
and
it is.
constantly saying you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And I can't even remember what the first Commander deck I built was, but yeah, it's definitely a great
Can't
format.
remember what it was as well. Was it?
I think it was just I think it was Yeheni maybe, or a version of Yeheni.
Yeah, Yahani. It was Yahani. Just black
Sacrifice.
sacrifice deck.
Yeah, I'll probably have to bring back at
Yahani
some
was cool
point.
card. Oh yeah, definitely. I
Yeah,
mean, you've got enough sacrifice cards to do it.
nice.
But I think you stopped playing Yahani because Alex has basically a sacrifice deck, doesn't he? Well, actually, to be fair, pretty much everyone at the table has some sort of kind of sacrifice thing to their deck.
Yeah,
You've got Alex that has a sack engine sort of way of Golgari, and then you've got Matthew that has that sort of element to his um some of his decks as well. Um, his dethroned deck, Marchesa dethroned deck, one of them. Very cool cards.
yeah. They are they are very good aristocrats.
And then you have some really different decks like what we've built as well. So obviously we all have our own big creature do dumb stuff deck.
Oh yeah,
Um, but we also have people like me, Planeswalker, which obviously is going to be more popular now. So it's not exactly a niche deck style anymore. You'll be sat down with a lot more people like playing decks like mine.
yeah,
But that's fine. But you don't often see people playing other decks like +1/+1 counters or mono tribe demons, where you just different sort of themes. And like Leo's deck, for example, is tokens, Celestia tokens, or he's got his Sliver deck, which is pulled apart at the moment, which will be rebuilt. But his new main deck is just um, partner commanders, and it's just instants and sorceries, complete control, and it's awesome. Like we all have different decks, different ways of playing.
What was he using in the latest video when you were talking about Gorm? Because you were using Gorm and he was using Tajik or something, both warrior decks or something like that. What decks was he
Oh
using
yeah,
then?
I've got. He was using my warrior deck,
Ah, okay.
and then the other deck he was using was my Voltron deck. Just put as much stuff onto something and then attack.
Yeah, they're quite cool. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go and watch that now. I'll link it up in the top video. But yeah, I mean it's now 12 at midnight, so I think we should.
Probably go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I'll probably just release it in one video, so it's not massively long in comparison to other podcasts that we've done. But it's just
Yeah.
been
So
a
if you've made it
general
this far,
discussion.
congratulations.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a good little thing, good little insight into what's coming. There's been a few cards on this particular website that I haven't seen. I was looking at MTG Salvation, like the finale cards. I haven't seen those in this particular thing, but they are awesome.
No.
Let me just have a look at this this green one that I wanted to get. What's it called? Finale of Eternity, I think it's called. No, that's a black one. Finale of Glory. No, where is it? Finale of Revelation. No, it's not it. Oh, where is it? Devastation. Doesn't make any sense why it's green. Finale of
No,
Devastation.
you think that would be black.
Yeah. So green, and X. Search lobby for a creature search the library and or graveyard for a creature with converted mana cost X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you search the library this way, shuffle. If X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X and gain haste until end of turn. You did mention it, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we covered this one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The other one is the black one is destroy X creatures. I think it's
Well, destroy up to 3 target creatures with toughness X or less.
yeah, that's right. And
Yeah.
then if it's 10,
Yeah,
you return all creatures from all graveyards, isn't it?
that's right.
That's insane.
God, yeah.
That's going in my deck.
Yeah,
That is actually ridiculous.
that is
Not
ridiculous.
that I'd ever get to that amount of mana. You just got the thing is with Commander is that you can't like. It's good to make an engine and you want an engine as the premises, but around it you've got to have cards that you just play and you go, this is stupid. Like you'll draw it and you will just laugh because it's ridiculous.
Well, that's what Commander's about. That's what Matt always says. It's like, oh, you can play the biggest and baddest cards in Magic. You can, but yeah, it's just getting those spells that you can actually play. It's just like, wow, yeah, never play this in a normal game. This is just fun. This is just funny.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like
You draw that top deck and you're like, you
it's
start
ridiculous.
cracking up. Yeah.
Yeah, like what was that cable? The sacrifice half your permanents one. Just like why?
Oh God, why? Yeah.
You
Obliterate.
destroy
Start
all
again.
lands, all permanents, everything.
Yeah. Mental.
Yeah, no, and you get to play stuff like the spell we spoke about earlier on, Torment of Hellfire, stuff like that, which is just. I love that card.
I need to start in my Bells and Lock deck. If I've got shit tons of mana, I just need to start tutoring for that and playing it because it's a game ender. That card.
It is a game ender. That's one of your win cons.
Yeah, I mean,
I am thinking about pushing it into this deck as well, just because.
Yeah, it's horrendous. It really is.
It is horrible.
Horrible card. But yeah, we all need those massive cards that we can just be like, yep, you're dead. See you later.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the part that it just rips their hand to shred as well. It's like, well, you could take 30 damage to the face, or you could sacrifice most of your non-land permanents and take that much damage to your face.
Or discard a card, yeah.
Or discard your whole hand.
Oh, God. Everyone's got to run a Bolas spell in there somewhere, though, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that literally, something like that should have been like the Elder Spell. That would have been ideal.
Yeah.
It should have read something like, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker or takes X damage for whatever X is.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. Should become a Magic
Yeah,
designer,
sort of
mate.
like that. There's another card that has really great artwork on it. I can't remember what it's called. I do have a couple copies of it, but essentially what it reads is, player, yeah, you pay X. It's black X or black X, and each player has to sacrifice or lose that much life for each creature they control. So you could pay black and 10, and then each creature, if they want to keep it, they have to pay 10 life for it.
Oh, wow, really? That's
Otherwise
good.
it dies. Yeah, it's really cool. I can't remember what it's called. I'll see if I can quickly dig it up on the old Forge app.
That's pretty good.
Black sorcery. Let's go with modern legal to cut it down a bit.
If any viewers don't know what Forge is, it's a great open software which allows you to download all of the cards and play them against AI opponents. So it's great for testing your decks against
testing ideas and also like sort of teaching yourself how mechanics work.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. Okay, yeah, Killing Wave. Put that into your Google and see the beauty of the art. It looks better in real life as well.
Avarsin Restored. Great.
I come looking for demons and I find a plane full of angels. I hate angels. Liliana Vess.
For each creature, its controller sacrifices it unless he or she pays X life. Wow.
I'm gonna have to put some big dumb spells in my deck, I think.
Yeah. Some sick full arts on there as well. I'm not sure if they're real or not, but they look awesome.
Yeah, I mean the art on that card is brilliant, so I wouldn't be surprised if people have got full art versions of them.
Yeah.
I think they're probably alters. I mean, I really like alters. The thing is right with alters is that what people don't realize, and it's personally for me, I find it an issue as well when I want to buy one, is A, it's a fake card. B, you can't use it in any tournaments because, for example, you could have that Killing Wave, but all someone has done is has either put a sticker over of a full art or done something, or they'll take the original version and make it full art by painting over it, which are the ones I prefer, but they're not legal in tournaments. Um, and then they'll charge a premium, like it'd be like £5 for a card that's like normally 99p.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the ones I've seen are real cards.
Yeah,
Um,
some of them are like foils that have been taken back and then redone with the actual artwork on it professionally.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, those ones obviously real, which is great. But even if you were to play with a proxy, it doesn't matter, does it? If you're playing in your own
No,
meta, your own play group,
no,
if you want to play
exactly.
a
For us, it
sick looking
doesn't.
card, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, like the lands that we saw on eBay that just look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I might just Obviously, you could print out a picture of Mount Fuji if you wanted to, and just stick it in a sleeve, and say, "Oh, it's a mountain." No one's going to
Yeah,
care because a basic land is a basic land. It costs like a
exactly.
penny.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
I might just start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to have like it look cooler. So like, yeah, exactly. You want to make like you print off like high quality paper, like on like picture
Yeah,
quality paper. Print off like a high quality resolution of of a mountain, and then just uh, line it up with the size of what a magic card is, and just cut it across and make a panorama of them all.
yeah,
That'd just be awesome.
no,
In fact,
exactly.
I think I might have to do that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Just make sure you get just those full art lands that we all love. Just do that
Yeah.
with better pictures.
Yeah, it's like, and to the point in which you don't need to put a sticker on it. You could literally just cut the paper.
Yeah,
What it would be like photo quality card. You just stick that into a sleeve. That's the right size. People are going to know what you're playing with.
exactly. Yeah. If anything,
Obviously, if you did one of like a selfie of yourself, they're going to be like, what the hell is that then? You're like,
yeah.
well,
Take a picture of
this is a
my ass
tutu.
for a swamp.
Yeah,
Like black
uh,
green.
yeah. 10-10 trample.
Yeah. Oh wow. With Deft Touch as well.
Yeah.
Wow. On that note, um, you've been listening to Pass the Turn podcast, and it's been a War of the Spark spoiler discussion. There's probably a couple, probably 40, 50, 30 or 40 more cards yet to be revealed, but we just thought it would be a good time to jump on board and have a discussion about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if there are any more big ones that come out that we like, we will also do them.
Yeah, we'll have to revisit it if there are any other ones, but I think all the main ones have been done. There might be a few more um, gems that we're waiting to see, but do they normally? I haven't followed this sort of thing before, but do they normally spoil the whole set before it comes out?
Oh yeah,
They do. Oh, okay, yeah. Could have waited then, but oh well. It's always good to hype it up and get in on the discussion. But yeah, we've been past the turn. If you've enjoyed the content, obviously make sure you keep hitting the liking and subscribing button and watching all the videos. This has been a Magic Mondays session. And if you like Magic the Gathering, tune in on every Monday and we'll have a new video for you. If you like tabletop board games content, tune in every Tuesday. And then every other Wednesday at the moment we have a one-on-one Magic game, which next week is going to be the last entry of the Demon Lord Dragon Bells and Lock face off. So make sure you tune into that, and then we'll be releasing more of those, I expect, won't we?
oh 100%. And there'll be more. We'll be recording more of them
Yeah,
soon. I mean, I think a good thing about our stuff is that you're going to be watching the decks that we were playing, but those decks may have changed by the time we're talking now because new cards come out, new ideas go around our heads. So you'll be looking at certain iterations of what we had, and then you can also comment on when we do face offs later down the line. So you might have Dragon versus uh, Demon Lord Bells Unlock again,
yeah,
but in different iterations, and you can be like, okay, that works better. You can give us pointers and say, well, what you liked, and you get a chance to see other cards as well.
yeah. Just make sure you just keep up to date, and you'll see these things as they evolve. Magic in
You
general is
see us
just one of
become
those
better
things.
players as well.
Yeah, it's just one of the things that's always going to be getting better or fine tuning it. But That's the thing. It's hard to keep up sometimes because there's so many different things coming out. The Commander, looking forward to what Commander product comes out this year as well in June, July.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be buying at least one of them this time.
Yeah, 100%. I got Wind Grace last time, but yeah, I'm interested to see what comes out this time. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Aaron and been here with my co-host, Joshua.
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 who foolishly said War of the Spork at the start.
War of the Spork. Thanks for tuning in. We've been Pass the Turn, and we'll see you next time.
Right, see you later.